brother used to buy the hashback partner used to bust a couple scams off of Snapchat. Shorty.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and the spotlight is on George Kittle. He had a standout game 1 week ago with 3 touchdown catches. It's the 49ers and the Rams, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they enter play. An early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they can be well set up for the rest of the year.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. So here the Rams set to go to work on offense, and they're led by a man who topped the 50,000-yard mark in passing for his career a season ago. In year 15 now, here's Matthew Stafford.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. Interceptions thrown by him, but he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him.
And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked up by Charvarius Ward, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, they wasted no time taking a shot down the field. He was letting it fly in the very first play from scrimmage. And this was excellent coverage down there. And they'll come away with an early takeaway. And I mean an early takeaway.
The Niners offense set to go to work. And it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
First down, here's Mitchell. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. You talk about this Rams defense. They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Purdy looking to throw. And that will be incomplete. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Now the 4th-year man, it's Cam Akers. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Talanoa Hufanga, a first-time All-Pro last year, up to make the tackle. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Stafford. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Niners at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And this would be quite a start for them if they could win 2 straight on the road.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't do them any favors. They gave them 2 road games right out of the gate, but the thinking on the team has to be, imagine if we win these 2 games. What a setup for the rest of the season for us.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Purdy on 3rd down. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On first down, Purdy. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
He'll get this down to the 38. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Purdy. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else.
Delay of game, offense.
Let's go, baby.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. They go play action here. Purdy. Open man is Ayuk, complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Niners are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Niner defense, currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be #1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. Matt Araiza now on to punt this one away. This is taken at the 23. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, it's Purdy. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Purdy now to throw. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half. A 3rd and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at the 45. He starts with a give to Akers, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Stafford, and the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And here's Matt Araiza now. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago over the Steelers, and they lead this one as well as they start here 1st and 10. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Samuel with a catch, and he's still the gold standard for receivers getting work out of the backfield, even if his numbers fell in 2022. Most yards, carries among NFL receivers, over 850 total yards for him in 2022. Not too shabby since he only played in 13 games.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 18 more yards there and another first down. Throwing here, Purdy. That's complete out left to Ayuk. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Here's Purdy. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
That's certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And Kupp going to pick up a Rams first down as the tackle made right at the 30-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats. And now off to the races down the right side. Finding room at midfield. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Stafford. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Again, it's Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Stafford. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Purdy from the gun. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the hat. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Final play of the half. Purdy. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaunt, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal.
Dancing to his left.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. A give running right is Mitchell. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the 2nd half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy.
Left side, that's caught by Mitchell.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So nothing doing there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
This is taken at the 15. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line. Back to throw, Stafford. And that is intercepted. Or was it?
Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Play action. Stafford.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken in at the 11. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
At their own 12-yard line. Rolling to his left. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. A good pickup there, a 22.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Running left, here's Mitchell.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. A shotgun snap for Stafford.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. Still going inside the 20.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Atwell here.
And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
Ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now it's Stafford. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st down, it's Stafford. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And able to find Higbee, it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Another run with Mitchell.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
There he goes, right side. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
69 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there.
A give here to Mitchell.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw